Okay, so if there are no further questions, what we can do is, Poonam ma'am, why don't you just start with the demonstration? I think that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Good evening, Samreen, Abhi, and Neeraj.
Yeah, and Poonam, feel free to, I think, unmute them. I think that should be perfectly
Yes,
fine.
I'll do
Okay.
that, sir. Yeah. A very good evening. If you could wave at me. Yes, my name is Poonam, and I'm glad to see you all. I'll be taking you through the journey of learning and enhancing your language skills. These Olympiad classes will lay a strong foundation of English grammar, which will make your academics easier. And since we all are living in a very competitive world, these classes will help you not only gain knowledge, but that knowledge that will give you confidence to speak and write well. And I would say maybe these classes are going to be very interactive. Of course, during the demo, we might not have that interaction, but otherwise these classes are very interactive, very engaging, and at the same time fun. And let's get on to today's topic, very important topic, subject verb agreement. Now, have you heard of subject verb agreement? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. No? Okay. Abhi says very honest. Okay. And Samira says thumbs up. Okay. Neeraj, can you come on video? It will be lovely to have you. If you could switch on your video, if you're comfortable. Okay. Now, can you see my screen, Abhi? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Now, I will, if I have any questions and if you would like to respond, I'll ask you to unmute. Okay. Now, what is subject verb agreement? Sounds very complicated. We've always heard grammar topics like noun, pronoun, and verbs and all. But subject verb agreement is something that is not very, now it doesn't sound very simple. But trust me, it's very, very simple, and it's a very important topic where most of us do errors either in speaking or writing. So we know what is a noun, we know what is a pronoun, but how they get together and frame a sentence which is grammatically accurate. Subject verb agreement, knowing subject verb agreement will solve most of the common errors that we do. Okay, even as adults, we do mistakes if we are not very sure of the rules of subject verb agreement. Okay, to start off, what is a subject? Okay, subject in the sentence means the doer of the action. All of us know what is a verb. Abhi, can you please unmute and tell me what is a verb, baby?
Verb is an action.
Verb is an action. Where I think this is something that we learned when we were in class 2. So we easily can recognize an action or a verb in a sentence. So next, what we're going to do is we are going to identify the subject. So easier way or the easiest way to identify a subject in a sentence is first identify the verb in a sentence, because that's an easier way. First thing that we can immediately identify. Second is answer to the question, who is doing the action in the sentence? So the answer is subject. Let's say Poonam ma'am is teaching English. So teaching is the verb?
Yes.
Teaching is the verb, teaching is the action. So now, who is doing that action?
Poonam ma'am.
Poonam ma'am. So Poonam ma'am becomes the subject. The key word is doer of the action is the subject. Give me a thumbs up if you are thorough with what is subject or how do you identify the subject. Clear, Abhi?
Yes,
you can identify the subject now. Lovely. Now, let's think of a scenario of a relationship between a tenant and a owner. Okay, they both come in agreement with each other that, look, I'm going to give you or rent out my house. You have to in turn give me this much of rent. Make sure you paint, make sure you don't bring in pets, no non-veg allowed. So many rules he will have. Of course, he is the owner. He can come up with his own rules. Now, similarly, I have just given you a metaphor of subject and verb. Here in the sentence, let's consider the subject to be the owner of the sentence. Owner in the sentence. Owner of the sentence. And verb is the tenant. Now, who listens to whom? Summary. Tenant has to listen to the owner, or owner has to listen to the tenant? Not able to unmute? Yes, I think you can speak now, Samreen.
Yes. The customer will listen to
The tenant has to listen to the owner because he's the owner. So subject is the owner here, and verb has to listen to
it
the
is
subject.
his property, so what he will tell is
Excuse me. Yes, you are right. So we will consider subject to be the owner and verb to be the tenant. Verb has to listen to the subject. Now, what is it that they have to listen? What is it? What are the rules of the subject of the sentence? That is what we are going to learn now. That is what they both have come into an agreement where verb says, I will listen to the subject. Okay, now before we go ahead with the rules, something very important that will build a foundation to understand subject verb agreement better and in a very easier way. Okay, now wait, what I'll do is I would like to give you a slideshow so that 1 minute. I'll stop the share and share again. Okay, now look at this. How do we convert singular nouns to plural nouns, Samreen? How do you? Something that we add? What is it? Excuse me, I've got bad cough.
yes.
By adding S. Yes, you're right. We add S to most of them. Room, rooms, pen, pens, table, tables. How do we convert singular verbs to plural verbs? Firstly, it will come as a surprise to us saying that do verbs also have singular and plural? Yes. Even verbs have singular and plural. But remember, they act in the opposite way. They don't follow the normal noun way. So, for nouns or for subjects, S is to be added. But here, what are we doing? We remove S from the word. Then that verb will become plural. So, verb with S is singular. Just remember, anytime you get confused, think of nouns and opposite is verbs. Okay, so plays is singular, play is plural. Got it? Abhi and Samreen, did you get it? Okay, now this is what is very important that you have to remember. Okay, now getting back to subject verb agreement. Now, okay, before this, a few examples. Noun and verbs both act in an opposite manner when forming singular to plural. Bat, bats, ball, balls, rose, roses, pen, pens, table, tables. Okay, of course we have a lot of verbs. I mean, a lot of nouns where we add es or ies sometimes. Now, verbs, all the plays, eats, dances, teaches, sings, cooks, sleeps, sings, all these are your singular. With s is singular, plural without s is all your plural. Play, eat, dance, sing, cook, teach, watch, run, not runs, walk. All these without your s are your plural verbs. Now, some more verbs. All these are be verbs. Has will become have, is will become are, was will become were, does will become do. If you observe, incidentally, in the singular one, they are also ending with s here. As, is, was, does. Okay, so the ones which end with s here in the verbs are singular. Now, coming back to the main agreement between the subject and the verb. Subject and verbs must agree with one another in number. That's the basic, the golden rule of subject verb agreement. Now, If the subject is singular, verb also must be singular because verb will listen to the subject. If the subject is plural, the verb also must be plural. Simple. They both agree in number. That's the golden rule. Okay, let's look at the examples. The dog chases the cat. If you look at this sentence, the dog is the subject. Chases is the verb. Who is doing the chasing? The dog. So dog becomes the subject. Dog here is without S. So that makes it a singular subject. Chases with S is singular. Good. So the dog chases the cat. That means the dog is singular. Verb is also singular. Hence, it is a grammatically correct sentence. Hence, it is following the golden rule. The dogs, if it becomes dogs, chases will become chase because dogs is plural and verb without S is plural. So, if I say the dogs chases the cat, the dogs chases the cat. See here, if I add here S, then it is a grammatically wrong sentence because here is plural and chases is singular. But the rule of subject or SVA in short, that they have to match in number. They are not matching in number. Plural has to be plural here, singular has to be singular. You got it? Where can we go wrong here? Clear, Samreen and Abhi? Okay, now this is very simple. It's like, ma'am, subject verb agreement is so simple. Not really. Neither it is difficult, I would say, but there are a few more rules that we have to remember, register that in our mind. Because what happens, a lot of sentences will not be as simple as this. It will be very difficult for us to recognize the subject itself. What verb should we put is a second question. Where is the subject itself is sometimes difficult to recognize or identify. Now, let's try to solve a few based on the golden rule. Then we'll talk about the other few rules. I want you both to send me chat all together at once with a comma in between the 4 answers of these. Come on. And if you go wrong, it's okay. We are here to only learn or correct our mistakes. Abhi and Samreen, send me all 4 together. Abhi, are you able to type it out? Okay, do it. I'm waiting. Remember, what sounds right should not be your way to arrive at the answer. What is logically, go by the rule. Look at the subject, then arrive at the verb. Come on, children, quick. They are just 4 words. You don't have to write the complete sentences. Okay. Very good, Samreen. All 4 are right. Abhi, are you writing down? Abhi? Yes. Do it, baby. I'm waiting. But you sent me only one, that too last one. I want you to send me first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, we'll get going now. He goes to work by bus. He is singular, hence verb with S is singular. Goes to work by bus. They travel. They is plural. So verb with S is plural. They travel. Sorry for my clumsy annotation. My mother respects. So singular, respects, S is singular, respects me, because it is singular here. My friends, that is plural. Here, plural verb will come, which is without S, respect me. Okay. Now, I hope, Abhi, you got all these right. If you've got it wrong, also doesn't matter. Make sure you learn. Okay. Now, next. A few rules that you have to remember apart from the golden rule. Apply the golden rule. But a few things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, we have a lot of rules under subject verb agreement, which we will not be able to cover in one class. So I've just picked up about 5 to 6 rules. Okay. Now, if all of you remember pronoun, under which one type of pronoun that we have is indefinite pronoun. Okay. Let me tell you, words ending with buddy, one, and thing. So somebody, nobody, everybody, somebody, nobody, one, everyone, someone, no one, thing, everything, something, nothing, all this. So they will always take, see, when I say everybody, so what we consider, everybody is a subject or referring to more than one person. But here, that's why the rule comes, because we will take indefinite pronouns ending with buddy, one, and thing as plural subject. No, we have to consider it as a singular subject. Everyone has done his or her homework. So if you look at the subject here, everyone is a subject. So you will say, ma'am, everyone is subject. So that means everyone, it is definitely more than one. So it is plural. So have has to come. No, that's the rule. Indefinite pronouns ending with body, one, and thing should be considered as singular subject, because they are talking about one unit. Although they are referring or addressing to definitely maybe sometimes 10 of them or 1,000 of them in the auditorium, everybody has to write down this, but it's still one unit. Okay. Now, so here verb is in singular because the rule says everyone has to be considered singular. Somebody has left her or purse. I will not write have or are, no, or whatever, even if there is any action verb also. It's has. Got it? Clear with this? Okay. We'll go to the next one. The pronouns neither and either are singular and require singular verbs, even though they seem to be referring in a sense to two things. Now, whenever we use neither and either, we definitely are referring to two things. That's why we are talking about. I neither like chocolate nor ice cream. Okay, so definitely when we are using, we are referring to two things. So if you are referring to two things, we will say, oh, that means there are two verbs. I mean, there are two subjects. So verb has to be plural. No. Neither of the two computers. So if I say neither of the two computers, no, the two computers are not working, I can say very easily, because they are two computers. No. But if I have a pronoun neither, then although my noun here is in plural, computers. So you might say, ma'am, here are has to come because it is plural. So this is no, because I have neither here. It is referring to plural, but just because we have neither And the rule says when you have neither or either referring to two, definitely two subjects, it still will take a singular verb. So neither of the two computers is working. Neither of the two lights is functioning or are functioning. Is functioning, yes. Okay, because I have the word neither there. Which dress would you like to, or would you want for Christmas? Either is fine with me. Either is fine. You will never say either are fine or neither of the two computers are working. No. Neither, either will take singular verbs. Are we clear with this? Yes? Okay, thank you. We'll go to the next one. Next one is some words end in S and appear to be plural. Like I gave you a lot of examples, rooms, tables, computers, So obviously we will say, ma'am, this is some S means plural. Not really. Some verbs, although end with S, but are singular. Have you heard of measles? It's a I would say a disease, skin disease, like a chicken pox. Heard of it? Okay, so this is a particular disease. The word is measles. It's not measle. News. The word it ends with S. But so because it is ending with S, it doesn't make it plural. It's a part of their original spelling, S. Is it plural of news is new? No. News is news, singular or plural. So it is ending with S, but remember, that means although it's ending with S, it's not singular. So obviously, it's not plural. So obviously, it will require a singular verb. Measles is a dangerous disease. The news from them is unpleasant. Got it? Clear? Okay. Now we'll go to the next one. Okay. Now time to test whatever you have learned. I want now, Abhi, make sure you type it out a little faster this time. Nutan, if you could switch on your video, it will be great. And participate. Do send your answers on the chat here. And send it to me at once. Come on. Remember the three rules. Based on those three rules only, these three are there. Abhi, can you type it out? You've raised your hand. Wait a minute. You have any doubt?
I didn't understand that last one. My father neither smoke or
Neither smoke nor drinks. Now, the baby you're trying to tell that my father doesn't drink and doesn't smoke also. So neither is a word used where you are telling no to both the things. Neither means no. Okay. So when I say I don't like chocolate, I don't like ice cream, I rather would say in one sentence, I neither like chocolate nor ice creams.
My father neither smokes nor drinks.
Wait, okay, we'll discuss the answer. I want Nutan, yes, you came on video again, you went away. Okay. Sabri. Why don't you, Nutan, did you listen to the explanation? I have asked you to unmute. You've listened? Okay. Were you able to understand? And could you do these exercises? Okay, good. Now, wait. Sabri says eats. If somebody eats this apple pie, I will not spare them. Now, eats is what? Singular or plural? To be considered. Okay, those who feel it's singular, give me a thumbs up. Singular? Abhi, is it singular or plural? What? Singular, thumbs up or plural? For singular, you put thumbs up. For plural, you put thumbs down. Okay, all three of you put singular, thumbs up. Yes, you are right. Okay, now, verb with S is singular or plural? For singular, put thumbs up, or for plural, put thumbs down. So, it is. Abhi, you have written eat here. Somebody is singular subject. So it has to be eat. Somebody eats this apple pie. I will not spare them. So it's not eat. Remember, we are always coming back to the golden rule where both of them have to match in number. Okay, remember the main thing is coming back to the golden rule. These all rules are supporting that golden rule.
If
Yes.
somebody eats this apple pie, I'll not spare them.
Yes, you're right. Okay, next. Physics is my favorite subject. Physics. Remember, the word ends with S, but it doesn't make it plural. It's singular, one subject. So one subject is. If it's physics and mathematics, then it will be R.
If it's only singular, we use is.
Yes. Okay, don't worry. With a lot of practice, you will get it. My father neither smokes nor drinks. Now, why did I use smokes nor drink? My father neither. Neither, definitely wherever we have neither, we have to consider that to be singular. Remember, neither of the computers is working. Smokes and drinks with S. With S is singular. Samreen, I think you got confused with the verbs being singular and plural. But I hope you got where you went wrong now. My father neither smokes nor drinks. Because neither is there, verb has to be singular. And verb with S is singular. Got it, Samreen? Abhi? Nutan? Okay, lovely. Now, next. Fourth rule. The verb in an or, neither nor sentence agrees with a noun or pronoun closest to it. Now, here, neither of the computers, it only talked about only one thing, computers. But sometimes neither refers or addresses to two things. Now, one thing can be singular, another thing can be plural. What do I do now? The one which is closest to the verb, it will pick up that. Let's look at this sentence. Now, neither the clerks, so underline clerks. Firstly, neither is here, that is considered clerks, nor the secretary here. Consider this to do and so. Now, these two are nouns here. Now, this as is the verb here. It is closest to secretary. Secretary is in singular or plural? Obviously singular, it's not secretaries, singular. So if this is singular, verb has to be singular. Now, if I interchange this will come here and this will come here. Neither the secretary nor the clerks. Then clerks will come here, clerks. So, because this is nearer to the verb, this will become have. So remember, agrees to the noun or pronoun closest to it. Neither the teacher nor the children. Children is plural. Have attended the school function. If I had to interchange here, neither the children nor the teacher has attended the school function. Got it? Either the chairs or the boxes have to be moved, not has to be moved. Okay, this is very easy. Only thing is that you require a little bit of practice. It's not very complicated to understand. You understood, isn't it? But it will not retain in your mind until and unless you do a little practice, do an exercise. Maybe I give you a few quiz test links and all, for then it will retain in your mind, which we will do during our classes. Okay, next, fifth one. As a general rule, use a plural verb with two or more subjects when they are connected by and. So let's look at this. TV and radio. So there are two subjects here. Two subject means obviously it's plural. Are my means of entertainment. If I would have only told about TV, then it would have been is. Because there are two verbs connected by and, it makes the subject plural. More than one is a plural. Red and yellow are my favorite colors. Friends and relatives were present for my birthday, not was. If I just remove here red, yellow is my, because I'm only talking about one subject, and that is a singular subject. Here red is singular, yellow is singular, but both together makes it two subjects. Two is nothing but plural. You got it? Ram is a nice boy, but Ram and Sham are nice boys. Because Ram and Sham. Okay, now, next. Use a singular verb with distances, periods of time, sums of money. Remember, even if you are muted, repeat after me. Distances,
Distances,
periods of time,
periods of time,
sums of money.
sums of money.
Now, 10 lakh. Obviously, you will consider the subject to be plural because it is 10 lakh. Not really. It comes under the rule of that it is sum of money. 10 lakhs. So if it is sum of money, it is singular verb. So it is a huge amount to carry in the form of cash. Ma'am, you'll say 10 lakh, ma'am, it is plural. No, because it is sum of money, it will always be singular. 365 days comes under periods of time. Although days is plural. Makes 1 year, not make. Verb with S is singular. 365 days. Make 1 year is wrong. Makes 1 year because it is periods of time. 160 kilometers which come under distances. It can be talk about miles, kilometers. Okay, 160 kilometers is equivalent of 100 miles, not are equivalent. Although it's very well appearing or it's sounding as a plural subject, but the rule says anything where we discuss about distances, periods of time, sums of money, that is to be considered as a single unit. Hence, singular verb has to be used. Are we clear with this? Okay. Now, come on, let's practice this. I want all of you to write down this in a piece of paper. You can't chat, you can't send me a chat, it's also okay. Maybe it'll be a self-test, how much you have understood. Come on, I'll give you about a minute and a half to do this. Quick. If you're done, let me know. Maybe you could give me a thumbs up or just raise your hand. Rahul and his parents. very important is to analyze the subject, recognize, and then recognize it well by under which category it comes, singular or plural. Then forming a verb is very easy. Then apply the golden rule. Okay, Samreen was quick enough. Very good. She's raised her hand. Abhi and Nutan. Okay, good. Most of you are done here. Rahul, and we'll ask Samreen to tell me the first two answers.
Rahul and his parents visit us often.
Very good. Next one.
Either the workers or the boss is the merchandise.
No. Deliver or delivers? Look at the option.
The option. Deliver.
Deliver. Okay, boss is singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Remember the one which is closest to the verb. So this is singular. So what is singular?
Delivers.
Delivers. Yes. Abhi, you tell me the third and fourth.
Mom, the third and fourth are neither Matt nor his brothers were at the party.
Very good. Next.
4 miles is a long distance. Long
Lovely.
way to walk.
Superb. Okay, we'll ask Nutan. I've asked you to unmute, Nutan. If you could unmute and tell me the fifth and sixth answer, maybe.
2 dogs are
Running in the circle. Okay, next.
$5 are too much to ask for.
1 minute. $5. Remember the previous rule comes under sum of money.
$5 is too much to ask.
Yes. Okay. Now tell me the last one, seventh one. Last one. Everybody, remember indefinite pronoun. It is supposed to be a singular subject.
Everybody was asked to remain quiet.
Remain quiet. Yes. So you all kind of got the right, you got it very well, and you could manage to do it very independently. We did it and we learned something very, something that we normally make mistakes or errors in our writing and speaking. We'll try to now consciously put effort in not making or repeating these mistakes. And I look forward to teach you all in our normal, as when we start the batches, and the rest of the rules definitely can be, discussed in a most elaborate way. And that particular class will be more of interaction than just me teaching and you listening. Okay, I will see you all in the batch, and over to you, Ranjan sir. Ranjan sir, can
Yes,
you?
thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wonderful session. So, students, you can let us know in the chat box how was the session. Do you like it? Okay. So, students, I have shared some links in the chat box. I like it. Okay. Thank you, Samir. So I'm sharing some links in the chat box. What you need to do, you can copy the links. Okay. So this link will help you to join this course. Thank you, Sridevi. Yes, I've shared the links. You can copy and save somewhere. And now Poonam ma'am will meet you in the live classes. Okay,
Yes.
students. So
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining today. Thank you, Poonam ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.